It's the first double over Wednesday, and more importantly than that, Sheffield United now level on points with Leeds at the top in a 10-year contract to Brewster. We'll get into all of that on this week's episodes of Where Blades Walk with Connor and Shax. First up, we're going to be looking at the final 8 games of the season and trying to predict where on earth United are going to finish in this mad league. We're also using AI to predict it as well. So thank you for joining us. We're also going to get some reaction, of course, to that brilliant derby win from both Connor, Shax, and we've got some interesting social media to take as well. Shax, United have won as many games at Hillsborough this year as Wednesday have. Nice tweet put out by you and Betford earlier. How was the game for you?
What I predicted last week, I thought we'd beat them. You can look back through all my thing. I never wanted a draw. I never thought we'd draw. I never thought we'd lose. I just thought we'd show them a different level, and that's what we've done. We played them twice, beat them twice. They haven't scored a goal. They are what they are. They're just mid-table cannon fodder, and that's what top teams do to mid-table cannon fodder. You just deal with them and you just knock them aside, and that's what we've done. Whether you can say, oh well, they had a couple of chances, it's irrelevant, and it's 1-0. It was 1-0 at Lane, 1-0 today, 6 points. Thanks for coming, lads.
I got to like the Sheffield United admin who responded to this.
Brilliant.
You saw this one. Who responded to this Wednesday fan saying Beck looks frightened to death. Yeah, terrified. Well done, admin. Good one, that one. Connor, your thoughts on the game?
Yeah, I thought it was a bit nervy for me. We didn't play the best, but it seems to be a thing that we seem to do quite often. We don't play our best, but we always seem to find a way to win, and that's all that mattered today. As long as we got the 3 points, I wouldn't have minded if we got battered all game. Wednesday, they were nothing special. Like I said, they had a few decent chances, but at the end of the day, they didn't put them in the net, and we've won 1-0. Delighted for Brewster as well to get the goal. But yeah, I'm just buzzing that we've got the other 3 points and they can say nothing to us, because I can't stand listening to them. They'd have gone on about it forever and ever. I'm just so happy that I can just go to work and just sit there in peace and quiet, and none of them will pipe up to me at all. Love it.
Brilliant. All right, we'll have a look at
we can just carry on what we've been doing for the last 13 years, just laughing at them.
We'll have a look at some more social media takes in a little bit, but most importantly this week, we're now 8 games or the end of the season, and either one or two things is going to happen. Either the Blades are going to be going up with either Leeds or Burnley automatically, or they're going to have to endure the playoffs. We know for certain one of those is going to happen. Let's have a look. And before people go, oh, well, every game is tough and there's no good trying to predict it and there's no good trying to read into it, don't spoil our fun, because we're going to have a go at it. Anyway, Leeds on paper have got the easier running in terms of the positions, the average positions which they play, but that hasn't always worked out for them, because they've just taken 1 point from Portsmouth and QPR. So, Connor, let's look at the home games with you, if that's all right. Coventry to come on a Friday night. Alex Neil's Millwall. That's important. It's Alex Neil's Millwall, because you know how he'll set up. Cardiff, and then Blackburn on the final day, who, if it's between you and Burnley, will be giving 2 hoots about who wins that game. So, what do you reckon to the home games?
Yeah, well, I think the most difficult one will be the next one coming up, Coventry. Obviously, they're flying at the minute. So I think that will be a real challenge. I still think we can do them. I don't think we seem to do pretty well against them at home. It seems to be at their place. We have a few problems. But yeah, to be honest, I can see us winning all of them. Where we're going, there don't seem to be any stopping us. And especially, like you say, if it comes to last game, and say for instance we go and lose at Burnley or whatever, and we need to win, I'm sure they'll be banging a few on goals in for us, so I've got no worries about that. Yeah, main concern, a big Coventry game. If we can get through that, then I can see us going unbeaten for the rest of the season at home.
Yeah, cheers for that, Connor. And then your away games, Shax. I mean, these have fallen very nicely for you in terms of the run of form. Oxford, Plymouth, Stoke, three. If you look at the form table, those three are right at the bottom. I think I've got the form table somewhere. I'll have a look in a minute. And then, of course, Easter Monday, the big one. What do you reckon to these four?
I'd rather be playing like Wednesday, Preston, Swansea, teams like that, because they're all fighting them. Every one of them, I think. Are Oxford out of it? I'm not sure if Oxford are out
No,
of it.
they're not. No, they're right in it.
Plymouth and
Stoke.
Plymouth and Stoke, they're banging it, aren't they? So I don't know. We've won 6 on bounce away from home, haven't we? You've got to fancy us at any. Burnley's going to be tough. Of course it is, but I think we are going to get one free pass, and if that were to be Burnley, if we were to lose at Burnley, obviously we'd need them to mess up in 2 games rather than 1. So I don't know. 12 points here, and if we could take 8, 9, if what happens at home, what Connor says, if we won them 4, that'd be 12 plus my 8, that'd be 20. I think you'd be unlucky not to go up on 100 points. You never know with this season. One of us, Leeds or Burnley, is just going to be absolutely just. I don't know how you're going to get yourself up for playoffs. I really don't. I wouldn't even make whoever comes third. I wouldn't even make them favourite, because mentally that's just going to be soul destroying what that's done to you. I remember when we played Wolves, I think it were in early 2000s, and I think we finished about 15, 16 points, if memory serves me right, in front of them. We were definitely way ahead of them, and we lost 3-0 in a one-off game at Cardiff. And it's like that I can see that happening this time. I can see somebody sneaking in 6th.
Yeah.
Somebody like a Norwich or a Bristol or somebody.
Coventry, where they're going.
Yeah, and then stuffing you on at Wembley in a one-off game. It's going to be horrible whoever finishes third. Really is. I just hope it's not us, obviously.
Yeah. And just personally, which one of the other 2 would you like to go up with? Connor?
Can you pick neither?
Not Leeds.
Okay. Dax, I know both sets of fans have been very annoying to Leeds fans recently.
Yeah, definitely not Leeds. So.
You've got choice at what? I don't know. I'd like Sunderland to perform a miracle and Leeds and Burnley to finish. I actually don't mind Sunderland. I've never minded them, but Scott Parker, if that face, and then Leeds, just that city. So I don't know. You've got choice between a face that you hate or a city that you hate. So you just toss a coin. Whoever does it, does it.
We asked ChatGPT to now predict the final 8 games of the season and put them all in the table. Here's what they said. They said that you'd be promoted with 1 point above Burnley. You'd take that, Connor, certainly, wouldn't you? Now,
100%. Yeah.
Yeah. We also had a go at predicting it as well, and we gave you a bit more points. Actually, we said you'd finish joint on 100 points with Leeds and finish well above Burnley with 4 points. So again, everything in terms of predictions. Yeah, are you ready for the Premier League? Next week, join us as we have a look at the out of contract players as we prepare for the summer. So do join us for that. We've not got no football to talk about next week, but we'll get Connor and Shex to rule over the loan players and who's out of contract. But yeah, let's finish off by talking about some more tweets from the game.
Can I just step off as well? I owe Rhian Brewster an apology, because what he's done today. I mean, I still stand by everything I said, and there's a big but. If somebody would have said to me, "There's a kid's going to score today, and it's going to cost £23 million, and you beat them 1-0, I'd pay it." So, well done, Rhian.
Definitely.
You've taken our next question straight out of our hands.
20-year contract, 100 grand a week, whatever he wants.
That's the tweet I wanted. That 1 goal is worth a new contract, says Space Swede. Not the same money. See it. Sorry,
More.
Yeah, has he repaid his 24 million, Connor, in that one?
Come
on.
100%.
I'm sure my 6-year-old could have tapped that in. But
it don't matter. Don't matter how even if it hit him on or someone in sort of thing. It does not matter how it goes in. He scored it. So every penny we paid for him is worth it. Don't matter, even if we didn't go up, it was worth it because we've done double on Wednesday and he were involved with it. That's all that matters. So every penny, everything bad I've said about you, Rhian, I'm sorry.
Okay. Let's have a look at another one. Frenchy says, not the greatest performance or games, but who cares? 3 points, back level with dirty Leeds and Brewster of all players to score the vital goal. Does Cooper need a shout out, Shax, as well, for that save in the first half?
The one in first half, I'm not going to. I didn't think it was that good. I mean, I've heard everybody say it was great. I thought that header was straight at him. I think the header were poor. If he'd headed it down, I think it'd have gone. I think one in second half were a better save. But yeah, I mean, like Wilder said, he's in team to make saves, and then they make saves, and then they get this. They seem to get this like massive praise. And don't get me wrong, he's been brilliant, but I've seen him make way better saves than that. Let's put it this way, this season. I thought that header were poor. It was straight at him. It were a nice height for him. The one in the second, it's his calmness. It's things that it's not necessarily that big save that you see. It's his catching from every corner. It's his when he receives ball, he don't panic. He's been what a buy. He's been just what a buy. But today for me, Chowdhury, I thought Hamza Chowdhury were brilliant. I thought he covered every single blade of grass. I was petrified when I saw that Sousa weren't in line-up, and I'm thinking, oh God, how are we gonna? But Chowdhury just absolutely bossed that midfield today. I mean, he just what a performance to drop in. He's not played much football, to just get dropped in a Steel City derby like that and just say, there you go and do your thing. What a player! What a performance that was.
Good stuff. It didn't stop the Leeds fans. They're back again. Here we are. Fair play. Never seen a team fluke so many wins. I mean, secretly, we would every week. This Sheffield United Twitter feed is rammed with Leeds fans saying you're lucky. So I think the whole world now wants to see you finish above them, given their annoyance.
You'll not hear from them on Monday when free weekend runs out on the mobiles. That's the only reason they're texting, because they get free data at weekends. As soon as it gets to Monday, you'll not hear a thing from them till Friday. 5 o'clock Friday, Vodafone, free internet, boom, they're all back on. Sheffield United this, Sheffield United that. Just wait till tomorrow. Sunday night. You'll not hear from them again.
Right. Well done, United. Great result. Shax, you mentioned the atmosphere at Hillsborough last week not being hostile. How did you both think it was?
Well, you see what happened. Them younger players that were supposed to be intimidated, they were all having a dance and a joke and a laugh, taking selfies at the end of the game. I told you before, like, people call it, like I said, Galatasaray's hostile. Connor, you've been to away games. Mark, I'm sure you've been around. There's some grounds what you go to, and they are horrible. They're just them horrible grounds. I'm talking Portsmouth, Villa Park, West Brom, Birmingham. They're horrible. Hillsborough's not in that, and that's not a dig at Wednesday. That's just telling it like it is. Like I said, they've got grown men that bounce up and down on the spot, and they've got a band. That's not intimidating. I thought as younger players dealt with the occasion very well. I thought Peck were brilliant. I thought Cooper's still a young lad. I thought he were brilliant. I thought Harrison Burrows on that left. I thought he were dealing with Wednesday's trickier player, shall we say, that Gassama. I thought he dealt with him fine. So yeah, in the end, it were just a comfortable away win. What more can we say?
All right. Brilliant. Cheers, both of you, for that, and thank you very much for watching. Next week, as I said, we are looking at all the out-of-contract players, so join us for that. No football to talk about, but we will be going through roughly the rod who should stay and who should go. See you in 7 days. Enjoy the international break.